rocket like rocket fuel.
Blow your mind.
Camara drive-in. It's the coach, and this is the NFL on
Coach, it is clear, but it is cold here today as EA Sports takes us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New Orleans Saints and the New England Patriots. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First down, Brissett. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Kamara. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Brissett, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Operating from the gun, Dyson. He's got it to Matthews, complete. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. The numbers for Matthews last week: 4 catches, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen. And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Brissett. That's caught. It's Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Ready? 15, run. What's tight? Tight is right. 5.
From the gun on 3rd down. Dyson. And he finds McLaurin. And out across midfield down to the 45. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Brissett on 1st down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Running with Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 18 carries, 94 yards, and a score.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Brissett. Open man is Michael Thomas.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Brissett. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
30 base. QB drop. QB drop.
They begin with Michel on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Here we go. And Lobo.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
Now.
To throw on 2nd down, Dyson. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, Dyson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
A first down throw for Brissett. Looking long for wide open, complete. The 30, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 88 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. And that's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Looking to throw on second down. Dyson looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against you.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, 30, past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be open. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Brissett. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw, Brissett. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Throwing, Brissett. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'll run it with Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Brissett. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
And Matthews makes the ground. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 big yards on that one. And a New England first down. Back to throw. Dyson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season as this year's playoffs play out anything like the... And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 41-yard line. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Looking to throw. Dyson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game.
And this is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots get a score closer.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
On 3rd down, Brissett. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're...
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 29. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. And he comes back with one complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
First down, Saints.
Two times. We got 4.
Brissett to throw on first. Caught. Safarian-Jenkins, right side. 20. And he's got this way down inside of New England's 10-yard line. It's a big play there for the Saints. 54 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal. Second and goal from the 1.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that kid.
Brissett sets to throw it. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Austin Safarian-Jenkins. His third touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. From the gun, Dyson. That's out to his running back, Michelle. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
To throw on second down, Dyson. High throw, but he makes the catch.
Pass interference, defense.
So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. The throw right sideline here is complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through.
And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Pats able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. Really solid effort for him right now. Third quarter, already 4 touchdown passes. How many can he get here?
That remains to be seen, but I know one thing. You and I will be here to watch, and I'm not going anywhere. With what he's doing in this contest, I'm not missing a minute of it. This guy's been spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game, but sometimes these individual performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes they just kind of come to the front, despite the fact, as you said, we know it's all about the team, but the way he's playing, he's trying to make his team win on his back.
Yeah, it's been exciting. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
It's caught. Smith. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. New England on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Dyson. Over the middle, complete. It's Reeves. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now is dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Dyson got his man complete over the middle. That's Reeves. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down. On 1st and 10, Dyson. Catch is made by Harry. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
He's checking. Crash.
Following the fumble recovery, Dyson. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. Throwing on 1st down, Dyson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Dyson. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. N'Keal Harry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Patriots. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead's down to 24. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Saints 1st down.
They'll run. This is Kamara. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a give, right side. Sawyer. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
3rd and short yardage, Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here's Beckham. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like the
rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Defense wins championships, baby. Set up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sawyer. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock. So 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run,